Good evening, hello, welcome to the last Planet Cruise show this side of Christmas. We're not going to be back till the 7th of January. So we're in the Christmas spirit and we've got 7 amazing cruises to tempt you with. I wasn't here last week because I was on a cruise. I'll tell you about that in a second. But looking very festive indeed. I'm very impressed.
Every year we do this. We always say Christmas jumpers. We always say Christmas hat. You forgot your jumper, but you made... some sort of an effort with the hat. Where's your bauble?
It's there, look.
Yeah, but can you do this? Look, see?
No, I haven't got a short bauble, by the way.
I'm not going to say anything. How have you been, though? Did you enjoy your cruise?
I had an amazing cruise, thank you.
We can hear all about it, aren't we?
Well, it was my mum's birthday. It was the 79th birthday. But, you know, she still partied. She was still up till 2 in the morning. This is my mum and I on our Marella cruise last week. But
she's got better legs than you have.
She's got better hair, that's for sure. But yeah, we had such a great time. Really friendly, you know, met loads of people. That was on a birthday, 79. They did a great job of her hair, don't they?
Yeah, very good.
Very good. That was a 3rd glass of wine. And the two wonderful people in that picture, Preston and Brenda, lovely couple that we spent a lot of time with. So big hello to them. In fact, I have got a few shout-outs. Is that okay? Sorry if I've forgotten you, but the list, we met about 200 people that watched the show.
I'll just wait over here. Just nudge me when you're finished.
I'll be quick because we've got 7 cruises. But Ian and Marie, Preston and Brenda, who I've just mentioned, Neil and Sue from Bury in Manchester, Trevor and Kimmy, Pat and Marie, we spent a lot of time with, 2 lovely ladies, Barbara and David from Glasgow. Jim and his lovely wife. Jim's claim to fame was that he actually chauffeured Sir Paul McCartney for a week. It was his chauffeur. There you go. Yeah, honestly. Claire, lovely Claire, who's into gardening, and Ros, her mum, and the whole family. So nice to meet you, Claire. And Rob and Penny, who were lovely people as well, that spent a lot of time with. And forgive me, I know there's lots of other people out there, but thank you so much to each and every one of you. Have been so kind to my mum, especially on the cruise. Right, that's it.
Your bar bill must have been massive with all those people.
No, because it's all inclusive.
Your favourite words. Your favourite words. I've only got one shout. I've got to say hello to Neil. Apparently, Neil's looking out tonight for a cruise in the South Pacific.
Oh, okay.
So he's in the right place, isn't he?
He still is. Well, we've got to be taking you all over the world, aren't we, tonight?
To be fair, we have got a little bit of Christmas cheer. We've got some absolute crackers coming up for you.
We are.
Just yeah. So no, we have got a lot.
Well, we've got Fred Olsen, Oceania. Lou is here tonight, and she's got a top seller. Last few cabins available.
Yeah, literally, it is one of the best sellers of recent shows. And when we say limited, literally, we say the 12 days of Christmas, it's the 12 cabins that are left. I'll let Lou tell you a little bit more about that. And these are the reinvigorated ships as well. So I can't wait to see them.
And out of Southampton, which is really rare for Oceania. Loads of extras included. Just looking here, we're going to take you over to Singapore, aren't we, with Royal Caribbean?
Yep, South America as well. We've got a really rare itinerary that if you do want a Christmas cruise...
Oh, yes.
With Celestial, with tours included, we've actually got a cruise that is next Christmas. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that.
And the price is amazing, particularly, well, for everybody, but also a great single price for that. Queen Mary 2 coming up. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be a great show. Also, just a bit of news for you. With Cunard pre-registering, we've got that available. So why pre-register? We often get asked this, but there are, many benefits. Here's just a few of them. We offer, obviously, the price match guarantee. You also... if you are booking, you get to choose things like your cabins, don't you, as well, Justin? Also, if you pre-register today, you will see 5% discount for past passengers, exclusive up to 5% additional savings, and just 5% deposits as well. But, many reasons to book with Planet Cruise. And so we are now into our 12th year of being with you as well. But if you pre-register now, that's on sale December the 18th for past passengers, on a general sale December the 19th. Right.
He's rolling his sleeves up.
I am rolling my sleeves up. Because, what were my favourite words again, Justin?
Christmas cheer, all-inclusive.
Yes, it's time for this week's. We're getting in there quick, all-inclusive.
Ooh, that's a little bit funky,
isn't it? You
isn't
did a bit of shimmer there, didn't you?
Ooh, that wasn't the old guitar and the old,
You like that,
stroke.
didn't you?
Yeah, that was a...
I tell you what, I do love this this itinerary because I'm into my gardening and it's a 5-night all-inclusive. I love my tulips, yeah.
Tulips from where?
Amsterdam.
Exactly. And in fact, well, we go into this neck of the woods. It's actually a good time of the year as well to go to the Cunard, which is the Tulip Festival.
Of course, because it's April is your lead date on here. And it is with Fred Olsen, who I've cruised with before. And great feedback.
Yeah.
Amazing customer service, great food, and a lovely experience.
We're starting off tonight's show with a really small ship. And sometimes, you know, bigger is not always better. No. It depends on what suits you.
We all like different things. That's what there's a cruise for everybody. There really is. But yeah, Fred Olsen, smaller ships, more intimate.
Yeah, and also the fact that they can actually then get to ports that other ships can't reach. Sounds like another famous slogan at Christmas. But you know, the staff. It's the ambience, it's getting to know your fellow passengers as well. We're only talking about just over 700 passengers at maximum capacity. You know, she's a 24,000-ton ship, so got all the facilities that you'd expect to find on a modern cruise ship, and just really well positioned, especially for those of you that are looking for either a little bit of a last-minute deal. You're thinking next year, you're thinking April? Yeah, we could do that.
And again, when you look at the cabins, everything is. I always think with Fred Olsen, everything is quite homely, cosy. There's a warm atmosphere. You'll make friends on board. You know, I had a great time cruising with them with my mum a little while ago. And this is out of Southampton as well. You know, not everyone likes to fly. You know, I mean, we had a great flight, but even for my mum at 79, you know, 4 hours on a plane seemed quite a long time for her.
I'm guessing your mum's based up this neck of the woods, not down Southampton as well. Yeah. There is actually an optional overnight stay in Southampton.
Brilliant.
Or near Southampton, Winchester, the Holiday Inn, where you can actually stay there for £95 per person. We'll tell you a little bit more about it later. But the fact of the matter is you can get down there, you can then enjoy the day, you don't have to feel rushed. You can feel relaxed before you've actually started.
Well, let's give you a little taster of where you're going to be going. So, as was mentioned, cruising out of Southampton, nice and easy, take as much luggage as you like, your cruise starts straight away, and we're making our way to Rotterdam. I've never been to Rotterdam.
You've never been to Rotterdam? It's not a massively popular port on a lot of itineraries, but when you do go to this neck of the woods, it's one of the ones that you want to choose as your itinerary, because there's so much to do here. It's a very, very modern city. There's only one area which is the sort of the older style, Delfshaven, which escaped the actual bombing of the Second World War, so some great sculptures there. But this is where we said about the Keukenhof Gardens, and it's between March and May that they have the Tulip Festival. So if you do go for some of the dates, then 77 acres of beautiful, colourful tulips, not from Amsterdam, but from Rotterdam, not too far away. Talking of Amsterdam, should we do some window shopping? Let's pop down there, because there's plenty to see and do, whether you want to do the cultured route or whether you want to perhaps walk on the wilder side, shall we say. You've got to go on a cruise on the canal. Because it's just absolutely stunning. Great way to see the actual city itself. There are bicycles everywhere. One of my lasting memories is seeing a multi-storey bicycle park. Not a car park, but a multi-storey bicycle park. It's crazy. But you've got the Van Gogh. Tulips. Yeah, there's the tulips around Amsterdam, the Keukenhof. You've got the Van Gogh Museum, you've got the Rembrandt Museum, you've also got Anne Frank's house as well, the Royal Palace. There is so much to see and do. But our next port of call is a port that we can actually stay overnight. And this is one of the greatest things of cruising, because you are literally turn up in a destination, you don't have to unpack. You're on the ship, you can then pop into Antwerp, you can have a great day, pop back, get changed, refresh, go out in the evening, enjoy a little bit more of the culture. There is so much to do here. Of course, the main thoroughfare is all diamonds. I mean, if you get, perhaps if it's a special anniversary, or perhaps you want to celebrate, treat yourself. I know everybody likes a little bit of jewellery, whether it's aquamarine, whether it's diamonds. I think diamonds probably. But you can go to the Grote Market. You can go to the town hall. There's also a beautiful Gothic cathedral as well. So there's plenty to see and do in Antwerp, and then you're returning back into Southampton, and that really rounds off a fantastic 5-night cruise.
Well, great value. Let's just show you what's included with Fred Olsen on board the beautiful Braemar ship that I've been on previously. Love the experience. And you will get free all-inclusive drinks. Now, that's, as you can imagine, worth a considerable amount of money. All your tips are included as well. Overnight on board in Antwerp, as Justin just said. And you can also, you know, if you live a long way from Southampton, there's nothing worse than driving down on the day, being a bit stressed. You can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester for only £95 per person. That will include breakfast, parking, and all of your port transfers as well. Now we've actually got a couple of dates on this one. The lead date is the 9th of April. That would be obviously superb for obviously the tulips, but we also have a later date on the 26th of October as well, and some great prices on the inside. We've got the outside for just a little bit more there, the balcony and the suites as well. Don't forget, if you'd like to book different phone number for this show, it's a Planet Cruise phone number, 0808 250 2662, and also you can check out all the details on planetcruise.com. But Lou is here, back on the sofa, with a top seller from Oceania. Nice to see you back.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Can you say congratulations, because Oceania this year, you've
yes.
won so many awards. I think you've won nearly every food award, haven't you?
Yeah, we've won every single food award in the UK, which is just brilliant. And yeah, business is just absolutely amazing at the moment.
Yeah, everyone's loving your ships, your brand, and everything they stand for. Now, this particular cruise, I mean, we featured it previously. We've hardly got any rooms left on the 25th of May, literally a couple of handfuls.
Yep.
Because it's really rare for you to cruise out of Southampton, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been after these itineraries for about 10 years, and finally we got 2 itineraries, and there is just such a demand for it. You know, a luxury product on your doorstep. And it's just flown. Literally last week, we looked today and we've had to go to inventory to get Planet Cruise exclusively a few more staterooms ready for this evening.
Wow. So if you try and get this date, the 25th of May,
you're not going to get it.
It's going to say sold out.
It's going to say sold out. If you go to our website, it's gone. It's finished.
Wow. So these are exclusive cabins available tonight. We've got a little bit more availability. We've got a later date in August.
Yeah, 7th of August. There's more space on that one.
But if you want the 25th of May, you need to book right now, basically.
Absolutely.
But we love your ships, we love your brand.
Oh, thank you. Yes, what's not to love?
I mean, well, let's give you a little taster of life on board.
So this is our beautiful Marina. She just has 1,250 passengers with 800 staff. There's no kids clubs, there's no photographers. It's that casually elegant, relaxed ambiance. A ship this size would normally have about 2,500 guests, so the space that you're going to enjoy is just second to none. Our strapline is the finest cuisine at sea, and you can just dine in an array of specialty restaurants at no additional charge. A table for 2 is never a problem, and that wonderful, casually elegant dress code. It's just stunning. There's no lines, there's no queues.
No.
You're going to have these wonderful accommodations. All the balconies have got a bathtub, and it's all the tiny things, you know, Wi-Fi included, soft drinks. It's pretty much all included for you.
Well, actually, you can see there free Wi-Fi, drinks, gratuities, and $600 spend in 6 excursions when you book the balcony tonight. It's everything, isn't it?
It's everything. I mean, you can even upgrade to all-inclusive drinks for just $20 per person per night. So I would encourage you to use the onboard spend for that.
And you still have money left over, wouldn't you?
And you will, yes.
And all the specialty restaurants included as well. I mean, honestly, I loved the experience I had with you. It was amazing.
Thank you.
It really was. It's out of this world. And tonight, a very, very rare opportunity to get this itinerary. And if you want that lead date, the 25th of May, you do need to call right now. We've got a handful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for the 25th of May, if you don't book it tonight...
Yeah, it's going to be gone.
And the fact that you've given us these cabins exclusively, that's the...
I think there are 12. So
is it all now?
It's going to be gone by tomorrow. This time tomorrow, it will be sold out.
We do have more available for the 7th of August, but again, you need to be quick.
The only thing is, with the 7th of August, you do need to book definitely before the end of this year, because if prices go up next year...
Yeah, 1st of January, all of the prices will be increasing.
Wow, so tonight's tonight, isn't it? Yeah. Shall we have a look at where we're going to be cruising to? Just to say, by the way, my friends Hayley and Sean, that I presented on the channel, they never actually got off the ship. It was that good. But we do encourage you to visit some of the places, don't we?
No, they didn't.
They obviously didn't.
They literally did not get off. And I think they came back and they said, do you know what was great? the champagne, the lobster.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have a little bit of a detox from it. So,
But they also,
anyway.
But we encourage you to visit these amazing destinations.
Yes, yeah. First of all, we're off to Normandy and the beautiful, beautiful town of Honfleur. There is some stunning churches around here, St Catherine's being one of them. You've got a fantastic view of the actual harbour itself, which is just...
It's a really pretty place.
Well, the reflection there of the buildings just in the water is absolutely stunning. There's the Notre Dame de Grace as well. There's the Normandy Bridge. There is so much to do. There's museums. What I would definitely recommend is just do your research before you go and make the most of these days in port, because don't think it's just a tiny little French village. Just tiny. Just have a little bit of a wander around. No, there is so many hidden gems just to pick out, and definitely you've got to get some Calvados here, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely.
You've got it. If you love your little bits of produce, you just got to bring that back as a little bit of a treat. Then we're off to Brittany. There is, of course, the opportunity here to go to Le Mont Saint-Michel, which is a separate monastery. The mussels, the oysters here are absolutely stunning. There's timber houses, chapels, there's a wax museum as well, and you can walk the actual walled city. It's about a mile, so it depends on your pace, on how you can walk around. Then we're off to Brest, and again here, great wine tasting region. There's also one recommended thing that I'd love to do here. There's a floating museum of 150 ships. That's close by.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, just on a great day, if you love your maritime history, if you just fancy a little bit of a cruise out to see 150 beautiful old ships. Then we're off to La Rochelle, and this is, well, quite stunning in itself. Again, it's one of those little hidden gems that you've got these beautiful old fortresses and harbours. You've got the 3 castle turrets there, which is quite festive as well. The turrets of St Nicholas, which is the gateway to the Cognac region and Hennessy region. So if you love your cognacs and your brandies, then you're going to love that. Then we're off to Bordeaux, and I mean, where do you start? I mean, Lou.
I mean, the fact that the ship can just sail up the river and dock in the heart of Bordeaux is just amazing, and you've got an overnight there.
Yeah,
and you can go off and bring back as much wine as you like.
Don't tell them that. Bring us back a case.
Why wouldn't you? You know.
No, but the tour of the
See,
vineyards.
we're on the same wavelength.
One thing, actually, if you're staying there overnight, the what was once derelict, the warehouse region, the Shabby Wharfs, is now the sort of up and coming area. So you've got the sort of contrast of the cool chic and then the old classic as well. So just absolutely lovely to wander around. And of course, bear in mind that is your overnight. You've got the next day in Bordeaux as well. Then we're off to Biarritz. I mean, just you've got to sample the cooking. This is the Basque region, so you've got the best of the French, the best of the Spanish. Then we're off to Bilbao. If you want to do some culture here, then you've got the Guggenheim Museum, which is definitely one to go and see.
Definitely.
So absolutely beautiful to wander around. I like the old quarter, just the cobbled streets, the old fish markets there. And then we've got a day at sea just to, well, relax and I'd say reflect on what's some beautiful ports that you've seen, and then back into Southampton.
Well, let's remind you what's included. Probably quick to say what isn't included, because everything, because you're going to get. We've got there free port parking, free Wi-Fi, drinks, gratuities, $600 spend, 6 excursions. This is on balcony, and that's what you're getting tonight. No cover charge on specialty dining, and the restaurants are incredible. I can also say some of the best in the world that I've ever tried. The itineraries differ just slightly depending on the 2 departure dates, and as we mentioned earlier, you can add on a night pre-cruise at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from just £95 per person. That includes breakfast, parking and port transfers. Price-wise, we've got 2 dates. So these are the only 2 Southampton dates, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the only 2 Southampton. So just getting quick on both of these.
Well, we've got a handful of cabins on the 25th of May. They are exclusive for Planet Cruise. A handful remaining. They'll probably sell out in the next few minutes, no doubt. And we have got 7th of August available. But again, you do need to be fast for that. Lou, I feel we haven't had enough time, but...
No, but thank you for having me, and I know these will sell tonight.
So... Well, you were the bestseller last time. You really were. The most popular cruise.
Apart from that, it's always a pleasure having you on the show.
You are. You're a lovely lady, and have a great Christmas, won't you?
And you too.
But we love your brand, and we want
much.
you to try Oceania tonight because they are truly outstanding. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. I'm thinking of food now. I'm thinking of all the beautiful food that I had. So get food out.
I'm surprised you're not thinking about the wine.
Oh, that as well. Anyway, we're going to move on now to Royal Caribbean, and this is a 10-night Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand getaway. And we're going to start with Singapore because we actually fly to Singapore and we stay there for 3 nights in a wonderful hotel. So what a great start to this holiday. 3 nights in Singapore. I only actually got a night here when I was there, and it wasn't enough, Justin.
No, I was just going to say, you know, I've been lucky enough to travel to Singapore numerous times,
haven't you? Yeah.
And it's, you know, there's still things now. I've got to the point now that I know what I like to do, and I know what I want to go back and do. You see the Raffles Hotel there. You've got the Marina Bay Sands. You've got the fantastic Merlion as well. You can walk all the way around the water's edge here. And one thing that I definitely recommend is just head into town, find the local hawker markets or the food markets, because I believe the world's first Michelin star hawker market or hawker stand was actually in Singapore.
Oh really?
Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know why, I've just got something that's in there, but you can see here the beautiful gardens down at the bay. And
we actually have we should say we do include a tour of the Gardens by the Bay.
Certainly do. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. You can actually have a wander around. In fact, just take a look at this because it's absolutely stunning. And whether you do this in the daytime, you can see the beautiful structures. These structures are actually functional. And then you've got the beautiful flower dome as well, with hundreds of different flowers and fauna in them. Yeah,
I would love that. I'm really into the gardening, as many of you know, and I just find it absolutely fascinating.
There's the hawker markets. Got a little, have a wee little chicken satay.
So I've just looked at the price as well. You know, bear in mind you've already got your return flights to Singapore and that 3-night stay and the Gardens by the Bay tour, and then you've got a 7-night cruise with Royal Caribbean on board Quantum of the Seas.
Yeah,
and this is going to be amazing.
Well, let's just say
the
ship, you could see the North Star there, the robotic bar as well. They are just stunning, fantastic ships. Quantum class really does take it to the next levels, whether it's the shows, whether it's the restaurants, the innovations in some of the restaurants as well. Big brand names like Jamie Oliver, and all of the activities you can see there, the roller skating, the bumper cars, all of the indoor skydiving, all of that is included in the price.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful 5-night cruise. So you've got, you know, for some of you that maybe haven't done long cruises and you want a little taster, you've got the 3 nights in Singapore, then a 5-night cruise as well, and a great itinerary.
Yeah, I mean, you're ticking off, you know, bucket list places. I mean, Singapore is fantastic. You'll have 3 days there and then enjoy looking forward to getting on board that amazing cruise ship and then going to another stunning destination, which is Kuala Lumpur. Now, you're actually docking in Port Klang and then you transfer into Kuala Lumpur. I would recommend looking at some of the excursions that are available, definitely on that, just because it takes the hassle out of having to negotiate with taxi drivers and stuff. You saw the KL Towers there, or better known as the Petronas Towers, with the Sky Bridge in between, famous for Entrapment and Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery. I was watching that a couple of nights ago. It was research, honest, it was research. Sean Connery, yes. But no, it is a really wonderful place to go. There's great shopping down in the bottom of the KL Towers, or the Petronas Towers there, and just really a real eye-opener just going through the town. It's absolutely brilliant. Then we're off to Penang, complete contrast. This is just a wonderful region, not as built up and as busy. Legend has it that the particular leader of this region inspired his men to clear the overgrown island of Penang by firing a cannon full of gold coins into the jungle as an incentive, so they'd have to go through the undergrowth
and clear
to find it. Yeah, there's a beautiful butterfly farm here as well. There's over 100 species of live butterflies, and this is all through landscape gardens. There's an aviary there, gardens, waterfalls, bridges, ponds, temples, Buddhist temples. It's absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then we're off to Phuket. I mean, Phuket straight away, you'll probably recognise Phuket from just that picture there, because straight away, I mean, you've got Koh Phi Phi, which is, there's 2 islands as well. There's the smaller one, which is from the movie of The Beach, and of course James Bond as well. You've seen some of this, which is Koh Phangan. You've got Karong Beach and Patong as well, which is very busy. So it depends on what you want to do, but this is just a great way to finish up before your final day at sea and then return to the UK via Singapore.
Wow, what an amazing trip that is. Also, there is an option as well to add on extra stays as well, isn't there?
Yes, you can if you do wish. I'll just get the details up.
Well, there you can add on a few little options here. So you've obviously got included your 3-night hotel stay in Singapore. You've got the Gardens by the Bay, but you could add on a 3-night Dubai stay. That'd be amazing, actually, and do the desert safari, barbecue dinner.
Dubai or not Dubai?
I think I would. For an extra £219 per person. And also, we have got Bali stays available. So the best thing to do is just to give us a call and we can work out what other options are available if you'd like to extend your stay. The great thing with Planet Cruise, they can make any trip bespoke for you. And return flights based on London there as well. Price-wise, we've got... I mean, I think the price is amazing on this one. We've also got a really good selection of dates. They're starting in January, which I think is a great time to get away, but all the way through March, April, November, December this year, and even dates into 2021 as well.
I've just got to point out, look how phenomenally priced and great value even the suites are.
Yeah, I saw that. They really
because
are,
when you think about the cost of the flights, the cost of the hotels, and then you've got your cruise as well on one of Quantum class ship with all of those facilities.
Yeah,
that
I agree.
Is a phenomenal deal. It's a Christmas cracker.
It is a Christmas cracker, and don't forget you can give us a call right now. But coming up next, it is this week's hot pick, and just looking. We'll have a look at this. They've got amazing deals on this one, and it's with MSC. It's this week's hot pick. We did preview this earlier, actually. I had a little taste of it earlier. Now, Justin, you're really into the Grand Prix.
Yes.
And on this one, you've got tickets included with MSC, haven't you?
Yeah, you're actually flying, because the actual Grand Prix weekend in 2020 is the 8th, 9th and 10th of May. So you're flying out on the 7th. You've got 4 nights in Barcelona, which is a fantastic city. I've been lucky to travel there a lot with work, but I actually went back for an extended stay. Got me into a lot of trouble, that did, earlier on this year, in May. And I discovered a completely different side of Barcelona. It is amazing. You just have to walk around the tiny little streets, and you can find some of the sort of ruin bars there, and the sort of very student vibe.
I know what you mean.
But really great, such friendly people, great food there as well. But the fact that you get the tickets for the whole weekend as well is just going to be fantastic. So the Friday, the Saturday and the Sunday. So anybody that's a Formula One fan in your family, why not treat them and get them on a cruise? So
11 nights there on board the MSC Divina, and of course that 4-night hotel stay in Barcelona and Grand Prix tickets. Prices start at just $1,449 on that one. But I mentioned I've just come back from a cruise with my mum. One of the first cruises she did was on her 70th, and it was with Cunard on board the Queen Mary 2.
I was going to say, look at that. As a ship, I mean, you know, a transatlantic ship. She was actually built and designed and built for this specific purpose, to take over the transatlantic route. Her yearly round-the-world cruise as well. I mean, it is classic elegance. This is, you know, what you imagine. You know, cruising to be like. It's got that golden glamour.
And I always say there is a cruise for everybody, you know. And if you like maybe a little bit more dressing up, you like the finer things in life. You know, if you love things
you're looking at me, of course I do.
I know.
Get me on there.
But, you know, this is what the Queen Mary 2 is like. And she is the most beautiful ship, isn't she?
Absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
I mean, you know, and innovations, well ahead of her time as well. I think the first planetarium at sea, which I believe was voiced over. I want to say it was voiced over by Morgan Freeman. That sounds a little bit right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Many people always do. But you know, it is a beautiful ship. You've got just over 2,500 passengers, 150,000 tons. She was actually named by Her Majesty the Queen back in 2004, and she had a major refurbishment in 2016.
She's just beautiful. And I love things like the afternoon tea or the white glove service. You know, they say the dancing, the shows were incredible, but the finer things, I just remember the things like that.
If you say about the finer things, there's one thing that I love about the ship above anything else. It's got its own kennels on board.
Oh, yes.
You can take your pampered pooch on a cruise.
It's true.
Yeah, let's not go into the poop deck. But it is just the fact that it's got the onboard kennels there, 13 different pools as well, whether you want to do shuffleboard, tennis, golf, running track. There's great Wi-Fi on board as well. It really is brilliant.
Well, the ship, she's beautiful, but also the itinerary as well, because one of my absolute favourites is the 7-night Norwegian fjords from Southampton. First days at sea, you will love your first day on board the Queen Mary 2, but we're making our way over to Stavanger, aren't we?
Stavanger, yeah, known as the cradle of the Vikings, because it's one of Europe's best preserved regions. There's a very famous rock called the Pulpit Rock, which you can actually go to see. It's a 604 metre high vertical drop that you can get a lovely photo with. It really does put things into perspective. The cathedral here is beautiful as well. There's one of Europe's best preserved wooden houses as well, so really great to start off this cruise. Then we're off to Olsen. It's a peaceful, beautiful little village, and again, you are on the edge of the fjord. It doesn't give it justice, the perspective. When you're there with a cruise ship, which is 150,000 tonnes, and you're looking up, and those mountains and those hillsides are dwarfing it, that gives you some sort of an idea. Definitely in Olsen, one thing to do is go to the Brixton Glacier.
Oh, yes.
You've got to go and see that.
Wonderful experience.
Yeah. Then we're off to another, again, beautifully small village, Andelsnes. And this is particularly known for its fish, for its cod, its haddock, its herring. There's also a beautiful road here, which is a winding scenic road to Grangefjord. So there's some tours. There's it's actually called the Trollstigen. So I don't think it's got anything to do with the Stig itself, but it does look like the type of road that you would want to drive quite fast and safely, of course. Then we're off to one of my favourite Norwegian ports, Bergen. Just finish up. I was watching. Have you ever seen the film The Snowman? And I'm not talking about the Christmas one. The one with
I've seen the Christmas
what's
one.
his name? It's all set in Norway, and it ends up in Bergen.
No.
Yeah. Let's just say if you wake up tomorrow morning with a snowman facing your window, you want to worry. Anyway, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful town. They've got a great fish market here every week. There's also the vernacular railway that you can go up into the forest. There's guided walking tours up there. And of course, this is the home of Edvard Grieg. I can't believe I mentioned this earlier on to some of the team. And yeah, some of the team. Yes, you, Sean.
Not me. Very famous composer.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. But anyway, you finish up after Bergen with a lovely day at sea, and then back in Southampton.
Yeah, that will be phenomenal. It really will. Let's just quickly show you what's included on board the Queen Mary. So, I've got so many wonderful memories coming back about my cruise on her, actually. Now, you can actually choose from free onboard spend, free port parking, or free coach transfers. Some of the benefits of going for the Cunard fare include things like choice of dining times, choice of cabin. You'll also receive things like priority for complimentary cabin upgrades and use of shuttle buses in port. And don't forget, with this one cruising out of Southampton, as ever, we've got a great relationship with the Holiday Inn in Winchester. So from only £95 per person, you will get a great night's sleep, breakfast, parking, and your port transfers as well. Price-wise, well, we've got a lead price there of $969 on the 29th of August, but we have got some other dates there available. 28th of August 2020, the 8th of August August 21, and the 29th of August again 2021 there. And actually, I'm quite surprised that later date is actually the lowest price, isn't it? That's really good.
Yeah. So I'm still just trying to think of this actor's name in The Snowman.
Oh God.
It's gonna bug me now for the rest of the show now.
Well, we'll try and help you out. The balcony prices are really good on that one as well. And don't forget about pre-registering as well tonight. So you can pre-register now. On sale the 18th of December for past passengers, and on general sale the 19th of December as well. But if you pre-register, you will receive loads of extra benefits. Things like 5% past passenger savings, also exclusive up to 5% additional savings, and just 5% deposit. So that's for winter 2022, including full world voyage and Alaska summer as well for 2021. Justin's still trying to think of that name.
They're teasing me as well in my ear. They go, he's Irish, he's got a German name.
Oh.
Is it really? Is it really? Michael Fassbender. That's the one.
There you go.
There you go. I'm glad. Honestly, I can concentrate now.
Good.
I just, you know when you get, I was like, I only watched it a couple of days ago.
It's like, oh.
Other films are available, by the way.
MSC announced.
MSC, yes.
And
what would you like to know?
This is one of your favourite ships.
It is
Seaside.
one of the, yeah, beautiful. I just love the design, because when you look at cruise ships, you know, you look at the old transatlantic ships, it was the old days of glamour. Then we went to larger ships. This, completely different design, where it's more about the outside. So you've got fantastic promenades and a really distinctive design just to the rear end of the ship. The aft end.
These are...
Did I just say the rear end?
I think you did.
The aft.
Now, these are, with MSC, floating resorts. You know, if you want an incredible experience with so much choice on board, so many great things happening all the time, that's what MSC are all about. And again,
I'm sorry, Sean.
What? Go on.
Have you seen that price for a Caribbean cruise? And we're talking January next year, which is probably one of the most depressing times of the year. Dark, cold, wintry.
But one of the best times to go to the Caribbean.
Hello.
949. Oh, my word.
Brilliant.
Do you know what? I wasn't even looking at the price. I was looking at the ship.
I know.
That is amazing.
That's the trouble. You look at the ship, you expect it to be a lot more. You know, we've had prices. I mean, it all depends on what your budget is. But you know, look at that for value. I can't believe I'm saying value for a cruise as elegant as this.
And that does include obviously your flights as well.
It looks lovely. Look at the interiors there. Butcher's cut.
And actually, it gets even better because we actually give you, obviously your flight, as I mentioned, is included, but you get to stay in Miami pre-cruise for a night as well. So flying you all the way over to Miami, which is a great place. I love Miami, but you are there for a night in a lovely hotel as well. Settle in.
Yeah, and then you're going to be embarking your ship for a lovely day at sea and sailing out of Miami.
Oh, it's one of the best.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, I believe. Just sailing out there is just beautiful.
In fact, one of our new presenters on the channel was asking me about a cruise for her mum earlier today, and I said, look, definitely the Caribbean. You know, you cannot go wrong cruising out of Miami around the Caribbean. So, after your night in Miami, you obviously embark the MSC Seaside. You've seen how amazing she is as a ship. You've got your first day at sea, and where do we dock first of all?
Go to San Juan.
San
Juan.
Juan.
To the capital of rum. Yeah, Casa Picardi. Go and have a little bit of a look there. As soon as you actually get off the ship itself onto the pontoon and the jetty, that you straight into, well, to the left-hand side you've got Old San Juan, and it is just beautiful. You know, I mean, sprawling forts, cobblestone streets, antique shops, art galleries, your fashion stores. It really is fantastic. If you want to do something a little bit more modern, then there's some of the larger shopping malls as well that are quite close by. Then from San Juan, and you're overnight on board, we're going to St. Thomas. I mean, this is great for duty free. I mean, it's very Americanized. You've got great facilities there. You've also got one of the best beaches in the world.
St. Megan's Bay?
Megan's Bay, yeah, exactly. So you want to try and do that. Then we've got a lovely day at sea to enjoy some of the facilities on board the ship, and they're off to the Bahamas. Definitely, I mean, Prince George's Wharf there and the Atlantis Resort. You've got to go and see the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island. Also, you want to go to Straw Market for some of the local souvenirs. But this is where it really culminates in one of the greatest things for MSC, because they've spent 4 years now developing completely new resorts. When we say resorts, sometimes people think, oh, it's going to be bigger and it's going to be water slides and everything like that. Just take a look at this, and this will give you some sort of an idea of the MSC Marine Reserve.
It's taken an army of people to convert this from what was an industrial island.
Having put these rocks in, the lobsters are everywhere.
This is going to be a very unique site for avian species. Oh my God, there's an owl. It's quite exciting to see him here again.
There is a global problem facing reefs. There are reefs here. They're clearly in decline and suffering pretty severely. Let's try and do something about it.
There's a lot of transplants, a lot of fish, lobster. Coral's looking healthy, general environment good, so good work.
There's a chance that we're going to have a healthy colony again. It's pretty awesome.
Something that the world can really look at us and set the example.
We can make a difference with these areas. Big topic of conversation was conch. Another one was seagrass and how important these items are for the environment, for the Bahamas. It's really needing our help.
We are a family company that live for the ocean. We live by the ocean. That's what feeds us every day. Let's make this marine reserve something unique. Let's do it together.
I'm excited for the transformation.
And I can't wait to see what it's going to be in the future.
And really bring the marine life back to a place that was industrialized with aragonite mining.
The more debris we take, more we are cleaning the sea.
Oh, look at the color of the water. It's beautiful. This is what people expect.
Those 5,500 guests will have the time of their life.
This is something that has never been done before.
Wow, how amazing
was
that?
Great, isn't it?
Yeah,
we were just saying it's so great that you can see all of that wildlife in not necessarily a controlled environment, but you know that it's all going to be there. It's 15 minutes walk from. You can walk anywhere in the island within 15 minutes.
That will be an incredible day, and that's your on day 8. So you've got all your tips included. You will visit the exclusive, just seen it, the Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. Amazing day there, and you can also add on an extra Maui stay on top of your first night as well. And that price tonight is, I think you agree, incredible at just $949. We do have some other dates available, by the way. The lead date is the 24th of January, but we've also got February and March as well. And very little to pay if you want to upgrade to an outside, a balcony, and even a suite there. And Justin's favourite, MSC Yacht Club, available as well.
And look at the price.
I know.
£1,649 for Yacht Club.
But we've still got 2 cruises to tempt you with, and the next one. I've never been away on a cruise at Christmas. I'd love to do it, and this is a chance for everybody at a fraction of the price and a brilliant solo special as well. Yes, we've got a solo special on this one, starting at under £1,100 for Christmas, which is incredible.
For what?
For Christmas. Oh yeah, for Christmas next year.
You're a right humbug, aren't you?
No, I'd love to do a cruise at Christmas.
Would you?
I find Christmas, I love it, but it's hard work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing all the cooking this year. You know, it's
nice. We were talking about this next year. None family know about it. We were thinking, what we're going to do next year? It's big changes afoot, should we say? And you do think, what should we do different next year? Before this Christmas happens and it's forgotten about, plan for next year. Why not go on a great cruise line like Celestial and go around the Adriatic on what is a brilliant itinerary, but do it at Christmas?
And we know normally, let's be honest, Christmas cruises are expensive. This one isn't. It's an amazing price for the best. This is the best we've ever seen, actually, on the show. Certainly got to be up there. Now, with Celestial Cruises, we are talking about, again, smaller ships.
Yeah, we're only looking at 1,600 passengers at maximum capacity. And by the way, don't worry about being away at Christmas. We forward your details to Santa Claus, so he knows which funnel and cabin to put you. Do you know what the funniest thing? But having worked at sea for 6 years and a lot of Christmases as well. I think out of the six years, I think 5 of them were spent away at Christmas. That was the hardest thing, was making sure that Father Christmas was at the funnel on Christmas Eve at the right time.
Justin's guaranteed it. There we go. But you will. I mean, honestly, to be away at Christmas, to be waited on, to have all of your food. And remember, with Celestial, everything is included as well. So it's all inclusive, excursions
as well.
So we are flying you over to Venice. You embark the beautiful Celestial Olympia. Your first days at sea, and it's over to Corfu. Temperatures can be really nice at this time of year, can't they, as well?
Yeah, and the great thing is with Corfu, you actually get a walk-in tour to the Achillean Palace as well, which is one of the main highlights of Corfu. So that ticks that off. Then we're off to Olympia, which is one of the greatest archaeological sites and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. world. And again, look into the tours that are available on that one particularly. Then we're off to Kotor, another tour included on this one. And Montenegro is just a beautiful coastal town. The seafood here is superb. It's a World Heritage Site for UNESCO as well. And one thing to point out, St Trifon's Cathedral is definitely a must. Then we're off to Dubrovnik, walled city. And I always love Dubrovnik. There's some great little restaurants around by the harbour. It's a pedestrian city, so you can have a wander around there. You can walk around the walls if you feel a little bit more active, but I would recommend taking some water because some of the shops aren't always open. And then we're back into Split, which is, again, another pedestrian-only town. It's the famous home, or retirement home, effectively, of Diocletian, the emperor. And, well, it's just absolutely beautiful. There's some lovely little places as well that you can head out for a day if you've been to this part of the world before. But just, you know, think about 7 nights around the Adriatic, started and ended in Venice. That is just, you know, a great price, and especially if you're travelling solo as well.
Well, it is our single special, our solo special this week. All-inclusive, you know, I do love that, and it just makes it easy. You don't end up with a big bill at the end of the holiday. All your tips as well. As Justin said, 3 excursions included, and these are really good ones as well, aren't they? Really good ones. The single special, it will go very quickly. You know, if you one of the great things about cruising, if you are by yourself, you know, a cruise ship is very safe. You're not. You're never by yourself. You'll
always have a natter, cup of tea.
You'll always meet, you know, new people, make friends. Family of 4 price is amazing on this one as well. So if you want to take the whole family away, got a price of under £2,800. That's based on the 19th of December 2020, and return flights based on London there as well. Now, we've got 4 dates. So you've got the 5th of December 2020, the 12th, the 19th, so you would actually be away for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And if you want to be away for New Year, you could have Christmas Day with your family, fly on Boxing Day and be away for New Year.
See, I mean, I know we don't want to get political, but the family politics, that's what I'm talking about. Where they go, well, no, you've got to come to ours this year. Well, no, you went to so-and-so's last year. Oh, no, you've got to see the grandkids. You've got to see the grandkids on Christmas morning. There you can go on the 26th. Yeah.
So, you know, I think this one's brilliant. I think it will be very popular tonight, actually. Selected spirits, beers and cocktails available. Also, I've never tried one, but I've heard they're very nice. They're non-alcoholic cocktails. Sodas, iced tea, juices, and a wide range of hot beverages as well. Things like your wonderful coffees and espressos and teas. Now, those excursions are also included, aren't they?
Yeah, that's Corfu, Kotor and Split, all walking tours there, and the Palace Tour in Corfu. Just great.
Yeah. So, that is our brilliant, say, all-inclusive for Christmas, but one final cruise, and it's this week's destination hotspot. Well, we've all got itineraries that are on our wish list, and this one, South America.
Yeah?
Wow.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm guessing you haven't done South America.
I've done a taster, but not. I've not been to Buenos Aires, which I would love to visit.
Argentina, I mean, straight away, Eva Peron. I mean,
of course.
Don't cry for me, or who's got the old Four Cortina, as we used to call it in the show business industry. This is
this is
great.
with, of course, the amazing Holland America on board the MS Koningsdam as well.
Yeah, Koningsdam. Just beautiful, beautiful ship. But Buenos Aires, your first destination. I mean, the great thing is flying out this distance, you've got 2 nights to acclimatise to everything. That also means that in the daytime you can go and see all the highlights. I mean, definitely 3 things, actually, I'd recommend. 2 for the day. You've got to go to the cemetery and go and see Eva Peron's grave. A lot of people go, we'll go to a cemetery. It's just a landmark. It's just an incredible landmark. Also, go to one of the gaucho shows, which is the sort of local cowboys. And they do these great shows with the horses and open barbecues. But you've got to go to a tango show.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you seen a proper Argentine tango show?
I haven't, no. Only on films and things.
The one that I got a chance to see when I was in Buenos Aires, the guy must have probably been in his late 60s, dancing all of his life, and this beautiful girl with him, and she was just so quick, so nimble. It was just beautiful to see the two together. Well, it's brilliant. You've got to go and do it. You've got to go and do it.
But you're going to be on board a beautiful ship, 5-star with Holland America. So let's have a little look. Say, Holland America have got amazing reputation, 5-star luxury, and their ships take us across the world, over 100 countries.
Yeah, and this is actually one of the newer ships. There's some fantastic facilities as well as the old favourites. You've got a beautiful main dining room that actually split over two floors from floor to ceiling. Some great restaurants as well. And one that you saw it just briefly, there you go, BB King's Blues Lounge as well, with a Memphis 8-piece band. I'll just be in there every night. I mean, that is just one of the venues that you've got amongst all of the fantastic different dining options. But Holland America definitely has got that sort of edge when it comes to food and entertainment. I think the entertainment-wise, I mean, just having a blues band straight away.
I mean, this really is a trip of a lifetime, and Holland America have got the most incredible reputation. So let's have a little look there. So we flew to Buenos Aires. You're there for 2 nights in a fantastic hotel. You're on board, obviously, the MS Koningsdam, and it's a 2-week cruise. Buenos Aires, we've seen. We've got 3 days at sea, and then Punta Arenas is next.
Punta Arenas, we're going down to Chile, and of course you are heading quite far south here. There is an option to go and see the penguins.
Of course.
This is one of the greatest places. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're lucky enough to head towards the Falkland Islands, you can go and see them there. But this is one of the other fantastic penguin colonies that you can go and see. There is an option to go to Antarctica as well.
Really?
And it is a pricey option, but I think if you're going to do it, you might as well go. Yeah. I mean, how many people do you know that have been to Antarctica?
One.
One?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, one.
And it's not me?
No.
So you know two?
It is Joe that works here, actually. He's a great photographer. And then where next?
We're actually going to spend 2 days cruising the Chilean fjords. And, well, let's just say the actual days at sea that you get there, the captain will probably do some sort of commentary. There'll be some sights to see. But then we're into Puerto Montt, and this is the southern end of the Chilean lakes. The fjords, mountains and lakes here are just absolutely beautiful. If you actually go 16 miles north, you get to a small township called Fruitala, which is actually a German town. And you'll see these fantastic sort of ski lodges that are out there. It's absolutely beautiful. Day at sea, and then into San Antonio, which is the port for Santiago. Now, this is Chile's capital, which is a fantastic, safe city. You can see there the cable cars. Great food. You want to go to the Mercado Central. And here's one of the tips. Don't go for the actual tables around the edge. Get one in the middle. Because around the edge they tend to be slightly more expensive. So
okay. Top tip. There you go.
Yeah, there's the cathedral as well, which is a neoclassical cathedral, and also the Plaza de Armas, which is the heart of Santiago, with a fantastic cathedral there as well. You've got to have one of the pisco sours, the drinks. They're quite yeah, they're quite. They've got a bit of a kick there. Yeah. So lots of lemon juice. Then you've got 3 days at sea, and then you're going into Lima, where you're disembarking for a 2-night stay before heading back to the UK.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Really do. Trip of a lifetime. You're away for nearly 3 weeks as well. So actually, if you look at the price. Yeah, bear in mind you've got the 2-night pre-cruise stay in Buenos Aires in a lovely hotel, the 2-night post-cruise stay in Lima, and a 14-night cruise on board the 5-star MS Koningsdam. And you will have the most amazing time with Holland America. And return flights based on London. Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah,
really do.
Really great way.
It's time to recap. It's our final recap this year, as it happens. So here are the 7 cruises that we saw tonight. Our final recap of 2019. So we started off with the wonderful Fred Olsen. This is a lovely little cruise. It's a 5-night all-inclusive Easter tulips and chocolates from Southampton. So all-inclusive, tips are included as well, and you are overnight on board in Antwerp. And don't forget, you can stay night pre-cruise in the Holiday Inn in Winchester for just £95 per person. Then we had Lou from Oceania, didn't we?
Yeah, previous bestseller and exclusive cabins that have been unlocked exclusively for Planet Cruise. So there's only about a dozen of them when we went to earlier on, so please do check that with your cruise specialist. This is just a stunning 10-night cruise around Normandy and Brittany, some great little ports there. So much included with 6 excursions, with drinks, gratuities, and $600 onboard spend as well. No cover charges on the specialty dining. Give us a call tonight to get that before they're gone.
I tell you what, the fact that that is virtually 100% sold out, and you know it doesn't depart till the 25th of May, says a lot.
And remember what Lou said as well about the 7th of August dates on that one. The prices will be going up in the new year.
So do book the 7th of August tonight as well. Then we had Royal Caribbean, that wonderful 10-night Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand getaway. You've got a 3-night stay in Singapore. You've got the Gardens by the Day tour. You can also add on 3 nights in Dubai with the desert safari, barbecue dinner for just an extra £219. We've also got Bali stays available. That's just £1,179 per person.
Yeah, then we had our Cunard. Don't forget, Cunard pre-registration. We'll tell you about in a couple of seconds. But this is a great 7-night Norwegian fjord cruise sailing from Southampton. So fantastic for those of you who don't like flying or won't fly. And with that, deposit only, a brilliant option of either onboard spend, free port parking, or coach transfers. And don't forget, Cunard pre-registration is available right now. And
then we had MSC Seaside. Oh wow, this again, you know, 9 nights Eastern Caribbean and the Bahamas there from Miami, 949. You've got your tips. You get to visit the exclusive Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve, and also you do get that first night in Miami, but you can add on extra nights as well.
Just a phenomenal price for January. Then we had Celestial, talking of Christmas, if you want to go away next Christmas and have an all-inclusive cruise with 3 excursions in the major ports, then give us a call. We've got a great family of 4 price and a great solo price as well.
Yeah, that's really good, the single special. And then finally, last but by no means least, we had the Holland America line aboard the MS Koningsdam, and it was that incredible 20-night South America Explorer from Buenos Aires to Lima with stays as well. And I think that was pretty amazing, actually. Bear in mind, you've got the 2-night pre-cruise stay, the post-cruise in Lima, and a 40-night 5-star cruise. Just have a great Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. That's it for the decade as well.
I know.
Was it
Another
gone?
year gone. We will be back on the 7th of January with Planet Cruise. Have a great Christmas cruises. Don't forget to pick up the phone. We will see you with Planet Cruise next year. Happy Christmas.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.